Alright everyone, hello, greetings, and welcome to an episode where I talk a little bit about the um, Theatre Mechanicus. The Theatre Mechanicus is like my favorite game mode ever in this game, so yeah, I'm just going to talk through the stages and how to clear them. Mind you, what I'm actually going to be setting up and what I'm going to tell you guys to set up is different for two reasons. First reason is I have everything completely upgraded and I realize that when you guys start you will not. Second reason is the methodology that I talk about is much easier than what I end up doing because I've done this a few times. But we'll start off with the 1.0 multiplier. When you pick your characters for this, generally speaking, you're going to want to pick mages, specifically mages that have the ability to give the elemental reactions to the enemies that you're fighting. I do not have a fire mage, so Bennett is my stand-in. The character that I end up using the most in these modes is Sucrose because her blowback move is a godsend when it comes to making sure you don't let those little speedy walker guys through. Well, the little speedy dudes, yeah, you'll see them. Essentially, to keep those from getting through, you'll need Sucrose. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get in here. We're going to talk about each stage in kind. Each one is going to be their own episode, and I'm going to try to release them all relatively swiftly. But as a 100% beginner, when you come up to construct things, these are going to all cost 100. So what I would suggest is placing a water rippling reflections right here, and then an ice, the glacial bloom right here on either side. So you're going to have water and ice, and then on the other side you're going to do the exact same thing, water and ice here on the outside. What I am going to be doing is completely different because, again, my costs are different. But for advanced people that want to come back, you throw your water guy here, you throw your ice guy here. Now we'll just go ahead and let this play out. Another alternative strategy is actually putting your water and ice guys right here and right here. If you're advanced and you want to come back to get some points, some relatively easy points, that is the quickest way. I did not do that because I ran out of time and I did not want to have to rush to put stuff up, because if you rush, sometimes you will place the wrong pillar. The rippling reflections is the default, and if you're clicking too fast and you don't realize that you will place another rippling and not even realize it until it's too late, and you do not get that money back. So yeah, always be careful in your placements, always take your time, do it right, because wasting a turn and a lantern for a misclick is most frustrating. So after you've picked up your ice and your water, go ahead and construct an electric furious discharge. If you are doing it for the newbies, you're going to be putting your water here, your ice here, and your electric here, and that's going to be on both sides. So water here, ice here, and electric here. And yeah, you'll just go ahead and wait this stage out. Again, if you are trying to do this for expediency, um, for advanced folks, you're gonna have your water here, your ice here, and then your electric here. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all you really need for this entire stage is those three. If you are advanced. If you are not advanced, you're going to basically just max out your ices after you have your water, your ice, and your electric. You're just going to fill the rest with ice as much as possible. That way you get that ice reaction. Freezing them in place basically makes it a foregone conclusion. You're just basically waiting for things to happen, for the enemies to die. I never really go into this mystic selection for several reasons, but the chief reason is that you don't need them really to boost your characters. The only one that I do go for are the zeros. There is a zero that spawns a really big, really tough monster. I go with that one. There's another one that has gives you free construction material. I rarely go for that one. Like if I'm pressed for materials, like right now, I'll go for that one. But generally speaking, I don't go for those. Something else that you may want to watch out for is if you are brand new to this and you notice that there are monsters that are still getting through, you have possibly not set up your towers like I've set them up, or rather as I've told you to set them up with your water, your ice, and your electric. The reason why you don't do ice and electric over here is because the water reaction should happen after the ice one. For some reason in this mode, I've noticed that the ice, if it is applied after the water, sometimes screws up the elemental reaction and they don't freeze. So your goal is to, oh yeah, these are the guys that I was talking about you want to blow away, or you want to blow back as much as possible, because they are quick and they will try to jack you up. If you are not careful, if you are not paying attention, then those guys will run right through and you won't be able to do anything about it. So yeah, definitely make sure that you're watching for those little quick fellows, because they will mess you up. Yeah, the big shield fellows are also things that will mess you up if you're not careful. But if you set your turrets up like I specified, then you should be fine. The shields will freeze, and those guys pretty much stop whenever something hits them. So they'll just kind of wait for their shields to bust up and for elemental reactions to actually hit them, and then they'll die just by virtue of being frozen in place or stopping every time some form of projectile hits them. So yeah, the shield guys specifically, you don't necessarily have to worry about too much, but they will, if you are not placing your turrets properly, they will mess you up. And little speedy guy, nope. Oh, okay, well, never mind. Wow. Yeah, again, little speedy guys, watch out for little speedy guys, and then you watch out for the big shield guys. Use your elemental reactions to take them down. Use Sucrose's blowback move to make sure that you're pushing them back into the turrets so that they take as much damage as possible. You did not see me do it with the big guys in this stage myself because they died too fast, but what I would do is when the shield guys come together, they come together about right. Whoops. Yeah, we'll go ahead and take that one. That's one of the ones I was talking about. Free Mechanicus points. But yeah, they'll merge up about right here, and then you stand about right here and just blow them repeatedly until they die. Okay, so you'll notice I've built up quite a few points. I'm going to go ahead and set up my stuff here. I'm going to construct one of you guys. We're going to construct one of you guys, and then I'm going to construct one of you guys. So for the sake of novelty and for the sake of being synchronized and symmetrical, I'm going to go ahead and place my turrets like this. This is equally viable, and it is equally deadly, so we don't have to worry too much about these guys. They should die pretty quick. Yeah, this is going to be a pretty quick round. But yeah, again, if you're brand new to this, this is not the strategy for you. You're going to want to set your stuff up again as water, ice, and electricity. And then all the rest of those. Okay, this is the fearless one that I was talking about, the one where the big hilichurl, the speedy hilichurl comes around. Yeah. He should be no problem, but set your guys up like I told you to. Let's see, water, ice, electricity, ice, electricity, and then you should be able to take out pretty much anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 right here. Can be whatever you want it to be. I built my strategy around these 3 types of pillar. And I need to, oh, wow. Immediate death, okay. I built my strategy around the water, ice, and electricity because they are the most effective pretty much no matter what stage you're on. The freezing effect is pretty OP when it comes to dealing with these monsters. Just in general, like there's not a single wave of monsters that I've had trouble with really, except for the sprinting hilichurls that you saw just then. The sprinting ones, there's a stage later on that you'll see that they send a whole bunch of sprinting hilichurls at once. It is always kind of a toss-up as to whether or not I actually win. But yeah, that's the first Theatre Mechanicus stage. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode. If you liked the video, please like and or subscribe. If you'd like to check out other videos I've done, do that by clicking on the links in this video. I do have a Facebook and a Twitter. Please check those out to see when I release new content. And I'll catch you on the next video where we talk about the next level 1.1 multiplier, if I'm not mistaken.